Winners live where quitters quit. And so a lot of people along this line, if you think about it, this is the starting point. 100 people start and they all get going and 10 fall off a week in, another 10 fall off 2 weeks in, maybe 50 fall off by 6 weeks, 12 weeks, 18 weeks, 25 weeks, whatever it is. And so once there's that like point where most people have dropped off is where the winning starts. Getting what you want out of life. Wouldn't that be great? Well, today, guys, I'm gonna show you how I do this personally and what my framework is and how I walk through getting what I want out of life, whether it's in my health, whether it's in my business, my relationship, maybe my finances, like anything personally, my faith, my fitness, like anything that I'm trying to accomplish, I run through this formula, this process, and it's something that served me super, super well. And I know that if you were to duplicate it, it would help you as well. So we're gonna jump into it, guys. Again, getting anything that you want, the first thing that you're gonna have to do is get clear on it. A lot of people say, I wanna be successful, I wanna make money, I wanna be in a better position. What does that mean? Like, break it down to the details, because the more general you are, the more general your results are gonna be. I'm gonna give you an example. If I was trying to drive from, let's just say like Arizona all the way to New York City, and my directions were, well, you just drive east. I can start driving east, but I don't know if I'm gonna end up in Florida, I might end up in South Carolina, I might end up in Pennsylvania, who knows? I'm just driving east. But if I say my destination is New York and this street and this address, and I plug it into my Apple Maps is gonna bring me a blue line that I'm just going to have to follow. Okay, and that's the point that I'm trying to make on this first section is you wanna get so clear on it that it's so obvious the things that you have to do to accomplish it. And I'm gonna go through a couple other things that'll make that make more sense, but you wanna at least have the target in front of you so that every single day when you look at it, it's black and white whether you're doing the things that are gonna help you move closer to that target. If I get in my car and I start driving north, I know that that's not east. I know that that's not the direction that I'm trying to go. So I can instantly say, you know what, this isn't what's gonna help me get there. I'm gonna take a step back. And that's the frame of mind that you should start making decisions. Once you get clear on what you want, it's really easy to do. Is this gonna help me get to where I wanna go? Hey, I want to start buckling down and start saving money and start to build cash flow inside my business. Okay, well, if the gang asks me to go out to drink on the weekend, on Friday and Saturday night, here's what I do. Does that help me get closer to where I wanna go? No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. If someone asks me, hey, do you wanna go to this networking event and it's gonna cost $5,000 to get in and I'm trying to save money and keep money in my pocket, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna say no to that because I'm focused on, this is my goal, and that's not gonna help me accomplish where I wanna go. Is that something that could be beneficial? Absolutely. Is that something that's gonna help me get closer to my goal right now? No. So I'm gonna draw the line, I'm gonna say no. I have to have the discipline to be able to say no to get closer to the thing that I want the most. And this is where most people get stuck, because what normal society's goals are not what extraordinary achievers' goals are. So a lot of people, they fall back into the majority because it's easier to say yes to the things that they're doing instead of saying no to them to escape that. Right? So you have to draw the line somewhere, and if you're really intentional, you'll be able to do this, guys. Number 2 is going to be use your time intentionally. So just because you know where you want to go doesn't mean that you're going to achieve it overnight, okay? And you have to start to use your time intentionally. I can be working, but I might just be busy and wasting time. I'm gonna give you an example. Let's just say that I work for 12 hours a day. Right? And this 12 hours a day, I say that I'm working hard. Maybe I'm posting on social media that I'm working hard. I'm telling my friends that I'm working hard. I'm telling my mentor that I'm working hard, but my results aren't showing. And so I might just be busy. I might just be wasting time. I might just be spending time doing things that aren't actually moving the needle. Okay? And so the point that I want to get across on this section of this video is like, and this is like from the bottom of my heart, this is one of the things that keeps people where they're at. Like this is what I do with my team all the time. You have to confront the things that are holding you where you're at. And if you're spending all day working, your business isn't moving forward, you're not doing something that you need to be doing. You're spending your time in the business, but you're not actually working on your business. You're spending your time working, but you're spectating. You're not doing anything that's actually driving the needle forward. So make a decision. Again, get clear on it is whatever you want. Maybe I want to build my financial services agency to 100 agents. Maybe I want to build it to $100,000 in cash flow. Maybe I want to build 6 people to earn 6 figures inside inside my business. Maybe I want to help 10,000 clients. I don't know, whatever it is, right? You have to get clear on it, and then you have to use your time to solve that problem. And a lot of it is stuff that you're probably not going to want to do, but this is the thing that holds a lot of people up. They're working all day, but they're not moving the needle. They're busy. They're not actually doing anything that's helping them get to their goal. So if you can use your time intentionally and use it towards getting to where you want, and this is where measurements come into play. So you want to measure things inside your business. You want to have things that are measurable inside your business so you can track whether or not you're hitting them, because they're leading indicators to help you get to where you want to go. Here's the difference between a leading and a lagging indicator. A leading indicator is I made 300 phone calls today. And a lagging indicator is how many sales I had. Because what happens is the sales come from the phone calls, right? And so if at the end of the month I track how many sales I made, well, it's already too late to make any adjustments. It's too late by the end of the month. Once the end of the month happens, you have your results. If my goal is 30 sales this month and I only got 10, I'm like, man, I only had 10 sales this month. But if what I'm tracking is my leading indicators, how many phone calls I was making every day, and I knew how many phone calls it took to get a sale, and I tracked my calls every single day, I can predict how many sales I'm gonna get. So I'm tracking the things that are going to drive the results. I'm tracking the things that are going to drive the results. So when I use my time intentionally, I track and I focus on the things that are going to drive the results. This is going to allow me to track things that are going to push the needle in my business. This is so important because most people are not tracking anything. You should track all of the things that you can inside your business so you can understand your business. When you can understand your business, you can make the right adjustments. And that's number 3, is make adjustments. If you don't have the experience and the knowledge to do it, you have to find a mentor. If you want to speed this process up, like, you don't have to, but if you want to grow faster than you would if you were just trying stuff and seeing the results and making an adjustment yourself, go to somebody who's already done it or someone who's farther along than you and say, hey man, this is where I'm at. Can you please give me some feedback? I want to be better. I want to move the needle. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to get better. And people who see you, who are good people, they'll help you. They'll spend time with you because they see you taking the time, putting the effort in. And most people who are successful and who are ahead of the game, right? Like, they see people in their position. They're like, all right, you know what? Like, I was there one time. I love it. Good effort. Like, let's make this work for you. That's number 3. So seek counsel, make adjustments. It's okay that you're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. There's things every single day in my business where I'm like, man, I didn't know that was coming. I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know that was going to happen when this happened, and then this happened, and then that other thing happened, and then that caused this. And like, man, now we're learning, we're getting smarter, and the more time goes on, you're getting better, and you're the product, right? Like, I'm the valuable asset. It's not the business. I mean, the business is definitely valuable. The business is definitely something to focus on, but like, I can make those adjustments now. I'm educated inside of my business, which is the goal. So I'm becoming a better version of myself. Every single time I make a mistake, I'm learning. I'm not negative about it. I'm getting better. Like, how awesome is that? I just got so much better when I make a mistake because now I know not to do that again. Boom. Like, I couldn't have made that mistake. That was my breakthrough to get to 6 figures. Maybe that was my breakthrough to get to 7 figures. Maybe that's my breakthrough to get to 8 figures. And I had to solve that thing. And now that you made the mistake, you have the opportunity to solve it. Now you can move forward. Right? Number 4 is going to be your attitude, okay? And staying focused on where you're heading. This is a huge deal because so many people are so like fashioned and just, it's normal to talk about where they're at, what happened in the past, why things aren't working. We're tuned to be negative. And if you want to make it biblical, the adversary is really good at planting seeds inside of your head, inside of my head, and making us think negative thoughts. And you have to wash those away. It's not me. That's not my thoughts. I'm going to erase that. I'm just going to choose to focus on where I want to go. When I was first getting started inside of financial services, my goal was to sell $100,000 in premium in 1 month. It was a huge deal over the phone, doing cold outreach, kind of warm, buying leads, whatever. And so I wanted to do $100,000 in premium over the phone. And so what I did was, and this is like not high ticket stuff. This is like I sold 82 policies in a month. And so all month long, I had these low limiting, self-limiting beliefs that would pop into my head. And it would be like, you should just go back to college, because it was so hard to do. I was like dialing all day. I was working really hard, and I was spending so much time in my business, and it was stressful. And I had Andy, if you guys know the story, I had Andy mentoring me, and he was counting on me, and he wanted me to like set this, not like a record, but he wanted me to like set the pace inside the organization. It was just a lot going on. I had a lot of pressure. And so for me, I had these low limiting, self-limiting beliefs, and I would just be like, and they would be like, go back to college, just finish your last year in school, like you're gonna be the captain on the hockey team, like just go finish your degree, you're one semester away from graduating, like you have a 3.8, it's so much easier, like you can just escape this, like there's a way out, like what are you doing here, like you don't deserve to be here. All those thoughts I had. Like it's so normal to have them because you are in an environment where you're comfortable, and then all of a sudden you're trying to make a change and you're trying to grow and you're trying to get better, and it's uncomfortable because you've never been there before. And like I said, if you want to make it biblical, the adversary, that's what he does. He is there to put negative thoughts inside your head to try to make you average, to try to make you normal. And that's it. We have to realize that and catch that. Instead of saying, oh man, I'm not motivated today. Oh man, my thoughts aren't on my side. That's how it is. Like you have to learn to you have to have the self-awareness to catch it and go, you know what? I'm going to choose to focus on my goal. You know what? I'm not going to focus on these negative thoughts. I'm going to, like, I had that thought. It's okay, but I'm sharp enough. I'm aware enough that I'm going to take that thought and I'm actually not going to spend any time focusing on it. And what I am going to focus on is my $100,000 this month. What I am going to focus on is my 10,000 agents that I'm going to put on my team. What I am going to focus on is $10,000 in cash flow this month. What I'm going to focus on is whatever you want. And you can choose that and you can decide that. And instead of you focusing and choosing, because now we have a choice. Now that we're aware of this, that you can control the things that you're thinking about, you can choose this and you can make the decision to, instead of focusing on the negativity and the things that are holding you back, you make a decision, you draw the line. Again, a lot of this is just us facing us. It's making a decision. We're drawing the line and saying, I'm not going to focus on these things, and I'm actually going to focus on where I want to go. And even though I had that thought, even though I had that negativity in the back of my head, what I would do is I would just write out, I'm going to produce $100,000 this month. I'm going to produce $100,000 a month. I'm going to produce $100,000 a month. I would instantly just go to my goals, instantly just go to my team, instantly just focus on where I was going, instantly, and I still have negative thoughts. I still have low limiting beliefs, but every single time I just go to where I'm going. I just focus on what's going to happen. I just focus on where I'm going. And in the Bible, nowhere it says to speak your problems out of your mouth. Nowhere it says to speak your history out of your mouth. It only says to speak your healing out of your mouth. Speak where you're going out of your mouth. Speak what's going to happen. Speak your future out of your mouth. Guys, this is thousands of years old advice and life advice inside of this. So I want you guys just to think about that. The adversary is there to plant negative seeds inside your head. And in the Bible, it says to speak your future out of your mouth. You don't go, oh no, I don't feel motivated today. This is so hard. It's not going to work. No, you go, I'm going to find this. I'm going to find the money. I'm going to find the next piece of my business. I'm going to solve this problem. And you start to focus on those things. And soon your negativity starts to drown itself out. And you don't focus on that stuff anymore. And now naturally, you're focusing on the things that you need to drive your business. And it's habit, it's routine, it's your subconscious mind that's producing that now. But you have to make the decision to go against the grain at the beginning when it's kind of difficult and it's kind of weird and you're making that adjustment. So live life looking out the windshield of your car, not the rear view mirror. Take lessons and perspective and growth, information from the rear view, but stay living out of that windshield. Keep on looking to where I'm going. Even if I'm having a bad day, this is my mindset. Man, there's so much stuff I'm talking about in this video. I did not want it to be this long, but I want you guys to get a lot of value out of this, and this is something that's totally changed my ability to grow. Whenever you're even if you have a bad day, you're still focused on what's going to happen. I'm still focused on where I'm going. Even if I'm so off track to hit one of my goals or targets, I don't let it get me down because I'm like, tomorrow I'm going to do it. Tomorrow I'm going to make it happen. Let's just say that my goal is to make $50K in a month. And it's the 25th of the month. Right? It doesn't matter though. My attitude is not oh man, I'm so far away from it and there's not enough time. I'm like, dude, tomorrow it's coming. I'm gonna find it tomorrow. And it's just my attitude. I've self-generated this attitude that it's on its way. I just have this positivity because I know it's coming. It's there somewhere. I'm gonna go make it happen. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna figure out a way to solve that problem. And even if it's so unrealistic, I'm making a decision. It's inside of me. I'm not letting these external external things change what my attitude is towards my goal, I'm going to decide that it's going to happen. I'm deciding that it's coming. I'm deciding that my perspective is going to stay positive. And so because of that, I'm able to just keep that inside of me, and it keeps me positive. I'm just choosing to believe it's coming. It could be so impossible to somebody else that it's not gonna happen, but to me, I'm just like, dude, it's on its way, man. Tomorrow is coming. Even though the last 25 days I'm at 0, and to hit my goal, no one's ever done it in the history of time. Woo, baby, it's coming. I do this all the time. This is my power move, what I call it. I go, woo, it's coming, baby. It's on its way. I'm just around the corner. Tomorrow's the breakthrough day. I'm about to hit it, and I just put my arms in the air. It makes me feel good, and I'm just artificially manufacturing positivity and optimism, and it doesn't matter if I'm hitting it, it doesn't matter if I'm far away from it. I'm just like, tomorrow it's coming. I'm just looking forward to everything. I don't spend any time being like, I'm so far away from where I want to be. My life's not what I want it to be. I'm like, I'm working towards it tomorrow. I'm on my way. I'm taking a step today to get to where I want to tomorrow. And if you can harness that attitude, you can do anything you want in life. But it's right here. It's in between your own ears. It's a perspective. It's an attitude, problem-solving mentality. Successful people are not people without problems. It's all in between the ears. That's all it is. I just gave you man, so much value right there just with that, because that is something that's changed my life. Okay, and the final thing, guys, is time. You're gonna have to use time. We all wanna grow overnight, and I wanna become a better version of myself and hit my goals tomorrow, but the reality is that if you wanna make a giant adjustment in your life, it's gonna take some time. And so the compounded routine effort of these 5 things, which getting clear on what you want, getting intentional with your time, seeking counsel and tracking the right things so you can make the right adjustments, and then having that futuristic, optimistic, just perspective that you're going where you want, and then knowing that you're gonna have to put some time behind that to compound that. You can do anything, you can accomplish anything, you can go get whatever you want, you can build whatever kind of lifestyle, whatever kind of fitness, you can get whatever kind of shape, you can learn whatever information you want, but you have to follow this stuff for more than a week, more than 30 days, more than 60 days. Guys, it's taken me 2.5 years to get to where I'm at inside my business, and people think that I did it overnight because they see a reel that I post and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to get successful. And it's not something I don't even think that I'm successful. I'm chasing something so much bigger, but the point is that you're gonna have to put some time behind it. If you're somebody that has accrued a lot of debt over the last 5 years, well, it didn't happen overnight. It's gonna take some time to pay that off. Can you pay it off? Yes, absolutely. And so I want you to understand that there's a lot of people out there that'll tell you that it's easy, that you can get rich tomorrow. And in our industry, you can really turn your finances around fast. That's not a joke, because you can make commissions that are massive with one sale. So it's the opportunity's there. But 95% of the time in life, 99% of the time in life, it's gonna take time to be compounded along into what you're doing. And so against all the critics, against all the people that are out there that are gonna tell you that it's super easy and that you can have it tomorrow, you're probably going to have to initiate some time behind the effort and the attention and the focus and the energy that you're putting in to get to where you want to go, which isn't a bad thing, because this is where most people quit. Winners live where quitters quit. And so a lot of people along this line, if you think about it, this is the starting point. 100 people start and they all get going, and 10 fall off a week in, another 10 fall off 2 weeks in, maybe 50 fall off by 6 weeks, 12 weeks, 18 weeks, 25 weeks, whatever it is. And so once there's that point where most people have dropped off is where the winning starts. And so you have to outlast that. You have to go through that adjustment time period where this is new, it's different. Your perspective is different. You're not doing the things that you used to do, so your beliefs are confused. Your head's confused, so you have limiting beliefs. And all of a sudden you're breaking through those glass ceilings, and you're like, oh, I can do this. I didn't even know I could do this. And so now you're walking down a new path. But time is going to be something that'll be very helpful for that. And if you can just think about it in a long-term journey, instead of a trying to get rich tomorrow thing, you have a ton of success. Should you have the attitude that it's coming? Absolutely. Should you believe that you're gonna be wealthy? Absolutely. Is it gonna happen tomorrow? Probably not. And so I wanna be real with you, because people were real with me when I got started, and it's helped me develop. So I hope this helped. Again, one of my goals in life right now especially is to help as many people as I can become 6-figure earners and 7-figure earners. So this is a pure, just, something that's helped me get to where I'm at, and I hope that it helped you. Appreciate you tuning in. Man, if this is the video that helped you out today, I'm gonna place a couple other of my videos right here for you guys to watch. It's exactly what you're gonna need to see following today's video, guys. See you in the next one.